But when I think Terrell Owens, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Great player. And I get it. T.O. could have acted in the wrong way. There's no one's disputing that. He may dispute it in T.O., but he was not perfect. We all know that. And he jumped around from team to team. But still, look at the numbers, folks. How do you exclude over 1,000 receptions, basically 16,000 yards, and 153 touchdowns? How do you exclude that from the Hall of Fame? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years of 1,000 plus yards. And some of the years where he didn't have 1,000, 936 earlier in his career. And at the end of his career, 16 games in Buffalo, 829 yards, 5 touchdowns. And then Cincinnati in 2010, 14 games played, 72 receptions, 983 yards, and 9 touchdowns. The guy is a Hall of Famer. And it's amazing. It's mind-boggling how people are going to say, oh, because he wasn't the best teammate, I'm not going to put him in. I will never understand that crowd. I don't get it in baseball. I don't get it in football either. And the only reason T.O.'s not in the Hall of Fame right now is because some writers hold it against him that vote for it. And that's a fact. It's ridiculous that they're making him wait. And trust me, some guys have to wait. They only allow 5 guys in a year on the modern era candidates. Now, you look at some guys, like my friend Jerry Kramer, he's finally a finalist of the senior candidate. He's a senior nominee. And Jerry Kramer should be in. So when you compare how long Jerry Kramer's had to wait to T.O., it's not that long. And I hope Jerry gets in this year, but Terrell Owens is one of the great wide receivers of all time. How do you exclude greatness from the Hall of Fame? It's like baseball, too. And I know the stats aren't comparable to T.O., but Curt Schilling could say some crazy things. We all know that. But some people are not putting him in because of his political beliefs. The guy's one of the most clutch Hall of Fame pitchers I've ever seen. I don't get it. And these Hall of Fames, all of them, I don't like to just, constantly, put guys in, put guys in. It's for the great players, not the good, not the very good. When you look at T.O., how can you make an argument that he's not a great player? And if your number one thing is, oh, well, he wasn't a good teammate, and oh, he didn't do a good job in Philadelphia, and he was a cancer in the locker room, let's stop that nonsense. Does the guy have the numbers or does he not? Why do we try to make this so complex? It should not be a complex situation. Terrell Owens should be a Hall of Famer. It shouldn't even be a debate. When the guy has almost 16,000 yards in his career and 153 touchdowns. Well, you're going to tell me, oh, no, it's because he wasn't a good teammate. Where? I'm not going to put him in. That's nonsense. That's a bunch of hogwash. Let me give you year-by-year T.O. 16 game played, 96, 520 yards, 4 touchdowns. 97, 60 receptions, 936, 8 touchdowns. 98, 67 receptions, 1,097 yards, 14 touchdowns. 99, 14 games played, 754, 4 touchdowns. 2,000, 1,451 yards, 13 touchdowns. 2001, 14,012 yards, and he had 16 touchdowns. 02, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. Do I even have to keep on going? I'm just going to bore you with the stats. They're that good. 03, 1,102 yards, 9 touchdowns. 04, 14 games played, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. 05, 7 games played, 763, 6 touchdowns. That's on 7 games for crying out loud. That's 16.2 yards per catch. Dallas, 16 games played, 1,180 yards, 13 touchdowns. 2007, 15 games played, 81 receptions, and 15 touchdowns. 08, 69 receptions, 1,052 yards, 10 touchdowns. And then 2009, 2010, 09 with the Bills, like I said, 55 receptions, 829 yards, 5 touchdowns. 2010, it was 72 receptions, 983, and 9 touchdowns with the Bengals. That guy is a great player. A great player, an all-time great. And I love Randy Moss. And Randy Moss is one of the best wide receivers I've ever seen. And Randy Moss should get in this year, and I hope he goes in with T.O. I really do, because that would be fun. And I know Terrell says it now, I don't really care about the Hall of Fame. They've ruined it for me. You care about the Hall of Fame, T.O. Let's make that clear. And you should be in it. And can we stop this nonsense? Oh, he's a bad teammate, so we can't put him in. The guy was a great player. Great players go in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I would like it if everyone was a great teammate, but that's not the case. If you are a great player, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And T.O. was a great player. So can we stop? That stuff annoys me more than anything with these debates about the Hall of Fames. And just because a few writers don't like him, we're going to make him wait. We're going to get some payback. We showed him. Garbage. That's absolutely garbage. And I know Dave doesn't vote for the Hall of Fame process. And he's on that committee that sits in a room for about 8 to 9, 10, 11, whatever it is, 12 hours. But to just say, because he wasn't a good teammate, I'm not going to put him in. I can't agree with that. I just can't. Look at the stats. When you watch T.O. played, you thought great player. But now let's not put him in because he wasn't the best teammate. We'll take a break. 4:42, Zach Gelb Show, Fox Sports 920 The Jersey.